Hello again. Stirling residents tonight voted to reject the state government's plan to pay for the damages claims from the 1980 Ash Wednesday bushfire. Under the scheme, the Stirling Council would pay half the damages, with the rest of the community paying the balance. But the residents have now passed a motion to continue lobbying the Bennett government to pay the full costs, which could go as high as $15 million. A high-rise rescue was made tonight after a man fell 4 floors down a Sydney skyscraper. The man is now resting in hospital after his ordeal.
The environmental impact study on the Wilpena proposal was closed to public submissions 2 months ago. But though there was plenty of public feedback, the Australian Conservation Foundation chose not to comment. Instead, it's now put forward an alternative proposal, which involves smaller tourist developments outside the park's perimeters.
Well, obviously that was the wrong story that came up there, but he's apparently out being held before the firing squad at the moment. A decision, of course, on the Wilpena Resort project is likely to be made within weeks. Conservationists lost the latest fight today to stop the development when an alternative plan was rejected. The next 3, a dispute over a taxi fare has left a tourist in hospital tonight. Police are now hunting for a cab driver who drove over the man after a fight broke out in Melbourne. The next 3 Sheffield Shield matches could be vital for South Australia and for one young player. Joe Scuderi is the first Cricket Academy player chosen for the state, and if he succeeds, he's likely to stay in South Australia.
Scuderi is the in-form district player at the moment, and Cricket Academy coach Jack Potter believes he's improved dramatically over the winter. The 19-year-old is now fitter and stronger than ever before and wears the all-rounder tag well. Scuderi's a Queenslander, but their selectors couldn't find a spot for him in their strong lineup, and if he plays 3 games for this state, then he'll remain with it for the rest of the season, and Queensland won't be able to pick him.
Once Joey gets a South Australian jumper on and a South Australian cap, he'll be giving all because his whole future depends on it.
Now that we've got our act together, as I was telling you, a high-rise rescue was made tonight after a man fell 4 floors down a skyscraper in Sydney. He's now resting in hospital after his ordeal.
The man was erecting a neon sign on the top of 4 new floors added to a 28-storey building. A special litter was used to lower him over and down a 10-metre wall, but that almost caused more injury than it was meant to prevent. Finally, after what ambulance officers described as one of their most difficult rescue operations, the worker was taken to hospital in a satisfactory condition.
I suppose Monday night after the Grand Prix you can understand these sort of incidents. Turning to the weather now, cool with a shower or 2 tomorrow. The top temperature should reach 19 degrees after an overnight low of 11. In the city at the moment, it's on 12 degrees. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow night to bring you more news. In the meantime, good night.